Bonjour everyone. Before starting that video, I just want to quickly apologize simply over the fact that I'm not uploading anymore these days. Not necessarily because I don't have any ideas, but rather because I just got Elden Ring and I'm so absorbed about that game because I've been waiting 6 years to get it. I'm streaming it on Twitch, you already know it, so I'm not gonna bother you with it. The link is in the description. Now let's roll the video, and don't worry, as soon as I finish it, I will be more regular on the content. Let's go. These days, guys, I've been wondering what could Wargaming do to upgrade their game. Of course, there was an announcement concerning the Japanese heavies, but in my opinion, at one point, when you just simply add tanks without adding anything else into the game, it kind of gets boring. They need to renew themselves with new ideas that don't necessarily imply only tanks, but rather new mechanics. And this is what we're going to talk about today, because we're going to see 3 things that Wargaming should do, in my opinion, to make World of Tanks Blitz more relevant. Of course, I'm not making that video spoiler alert because this game is dying or anything like that, because when you take a look at the charts, you will see that, well, it's going better than ever, but even if it's going better than ever, there are still some things that could be upgraded. Starting with the matchmaking itself and maybe a new game mode. I know that Wargaming already put into the game the boss game mode, but the main problem of all of those game modes is that they are temporary. What I mean here is that, well, if you want to play that game at one point, you will have to wait for Wargaming to put it back. And this is quite a big struggle, because obviously if you only allow those things, those game modes to be available at certain dates, yes, you create a hype over it, but you also force people to only play the game in both Supremacy and the regular game mode, which can soon be boring, especially knowing that Blitz is kind of repetitive on those points. So this is the first thing I would like Wargaming to change. Maybe not necessarily allow us at all time to get into those game modes, but at least open them maybe 1 day a week or something like that, to allow people that already got everything and just want to have fun to have fun. And well, maybe it's gonna happen, maybe not, even if I'm not sure it will, simply because if they do, we are gonna make too much credits, and if we make too much credits completely for free, well, Wargaming is losing money. And I don't feel like with the Ukraine war running on, this is exactly what they want. This is going to be a great crisis, and they definitely need to make money. Continuing to talk about game modes, there is one other big thing that Wargaming should do, in my opinion, even if it's an old idea and got implemented in many games, but it's a Battle Royale game mode. Here, it joins a little bit what I was saying on game modes that were available only at a certain time. If Wargaming decided to put a Battle Royale game mode, to add it definitely without dates to be able to play it or anything, just being available all the time, it would make the game so much more relevant, because it's kind of competitive to be able to tell yourself, okay, out of all the players on the map, I'm the one that killed everyone. And to be fair, I don't feel like it would be hard to implement in World of Tanks Blitz, but after all, I'm not a developer, so I'm not gonna jump in that subject as I know nothing about developing, but it would definitely allow us to make the game shine a little bit more. I don't know what you think about this, because personally, I talked about it with a lot of players, and I didn't encounter a single soul that told me that this was not a good idea. I mean, nowadays, every single big game has its own Battle Royale, and even World of Tanks PC, if I'm not mistaken, has it. I might think it has, but maybe it's not the case. But still, if it doesn't, it definitely should. And it's the same for World of Tanks Blitz. So Wargaming, if you hear my message, please, please, please give us a Battle Royale. It's going to be good both for the YouTube content, but also for the community. That is just lovely when it comes to destroying things and being the first one. Of course, it's gonna increase the number of people toxic, because usually if you finish top 1, you flex, and if you don't finish top 1, you're gonna rage, because after all, you're gonna lose more time than ever trying to do this, and I'm pretty sure that Wargaming already tried to implement such an idea, or at least they necessarily discussed it. So what happened? What happened? Just tell us, Wargaming, why don't you want to give us this? And to finish off with the third thing I want to talk in this video, it's being able to customize our tank by ourselves in the garage. But let's go a little bit further than just applying a camo created by Wargaming plus an attachment created by Wargaming. I don't know why, but I feel like it would be a great idea for Wargaming to do, if they don't want to do themselves the job, to do kind of a contest among the community where every month they pick one tank and they give 1 month to people to try to create a design, and the most voted one on their website or something like that will be the next attachment on the tank. It's not that big, it's not a fully customizable tank, but at least we will participate as a community and it will make Wargaming's employees shine in the eyes of us, because, well, if they make us participate, we are more than happy. Of course, I don't know if it's going to be to be happening, and probably not, simply because, well, Wargaming, they already have their developers, they already have people that are in charge of that. But when we see at what rate they implement those attachments, focusing only on tier 10 and taking their times, I mean, I can understand that they have bigger priorities than that, but it would be cool if it was just maybe even being able to move the insignia on the side of the tank, maybe putting the eagle instead of putting in here, maybe putting in here. You know, it's not that big, and I would like to see it happen, but obviously there is one limit to that. One big limit, so do not forget, guys, and this is going to be the conclusion, we are playing on mobile. And the problem is, a mobile is not a PC and will never be a PC, at least not for the couple of decades to come. Why? Because, well, if we are playing on mobile, we have to take into consideration data, but also equipment of the phone. If you started implementing a personalized customization, it means that every time you enter a battle, your phone will have to charge every single specs of the other player's tanks before entering the battle, which would probably result in you having or taking 2 or 3 minutes to load into the game if your phone is too old. And this is why I think we don't see that. Probably the same for the Battle Royale and everything we talked about previously. And it's kind of a shame to see that the limit here is not the company, it's not the imagination, but rather the equipment we are playing the game on. But yeah, if you have any solution to this problem, feel free to tell us in the comments. And personally, I'm gonna see you soon for a new video. Bye.